All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 958 on this beautiful Thursday evening. It is going to be a good one because Brandy's got technique. She's got content. She's going to be breaking it down like Charlie Brown, better than Ray Gun from Australia. That's all I'm saying. You got the real deal. All right, everybody. My name is Andy. I'm the guy in the background who runs the beats, but also runs the phones, text messages, Instagrams, all that great stuff. But you're not here for what I do in the background. You hear what she does in the foreground, which is Brandy. She's got a Series 6, 63, 26, 65, Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. So that way you too can get a pass notice. So yeah, we're having a good old time. First week of school almost in the books for our kids. Football is already taken off and it's already becoming oppressive. Just don't tell a kid that, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And why am I saying all this? Because I want you to know my personal life, our personal life, and let you in. No, I want you to know that we have a lot of stuff going on too. We have a lot of stuff going on too. I mean, it is also
there was an earthquake today too.
Brandy lost her, you know what, on camera. It was pretty funny. If you want to see that, it's in the story on Facebook. It's pretty funny. She lived through the major earthquake of California, 2024.
Bro, it was a 4.0 down the street.
Down the street. Next city over. Close enough, I guess. Anyways, 4.0. I didn't even get out of bed for 4.0, to be honest. If you live in California, it isn't. You got me all sidetracked, by the way. Anyways, I'm like 6, 7, I'm out. All right, listen. All my point is guys, everything is going off, school, your work, you're getting back into the rhythm. Some of us might be looking at fall. There's actually weather and rain and stuff is going to be getting colder. Others of us will have an extended summer for the next 4 months. And it's just the same thing. But still, the point is, if we're getting to the end of the year and things are going to be happening anyway, we got holidays coming. I know it's already too soon. We got holidays coming anyway. We got events. We've got football. We've got, all kinds of stuff, right? Your cousin's wedding. I don't know what it is that you have going on, right?
Yep.
Your Aunt Betsy wants you at her house. Guys, there's all kinds of stuff that happens. All kinds of stuff that happens. It's not just like, planned events. It happens in the middle of the day. All of a sudden your plumbing goes out, right? And you have to be a plumber in the middle of the night. Whatever, right? Being an adult, you have to deal with it. You have to do what the military says. The best way to overcome it is you just got to adapt and overcome. That's it. Things are just going to happen. You have to adapt and you just have to overcome it. Now, there's the easy way and the normal way that most people do is they push down those goals. They push down those things that they need to get done. And they go, well, all these other things are precedent, priority. Those are the things I do first. And I forget the others. Well, Andy, what can I do? My plumbing went out and I had to go fix my sink. Yeah. Do you get sound on your phone? You can't listen to some stuff while you're fixing the plumbing?
Guys, I'm just as good as the music that you listen to.
Mix it up. If you got a spouse, you got a kid doing nothing but picking their nose and doom scrolling, tell them to come over and read you off a quiz while you're working on stuff. You know what I mean? I know it's old school. Some people under the age of 35, they're like, what? Like someone has to read stuff to you? Yes, I know, it's crazy. But look, that's how we used to do it, right? You have a friend, you have a study person, they read a question to you, and then you kind of get what the answer is, right? Or you listen to the answers and then try to get the question. Who knows? That might sharpen your skills. Look, things are going to happen. And a lot of you are taking these obstacles and you're making excuses out of them as to why you're not doing it, instead of taking these obstacles and challenges and turning them into learning tools. Or learning, what do they call it? Learning ways to learn this stuff even better. It's like almost a learning blessing. I don't even know if that's a thing. All I'm saying is like, you might have this like thing that popped up or whatever, and you have to get like, the way you have to learn is you have to sit in your truck or your car and you have to listen to all the audios because that's the only way you're going to hear it. Or you have to listen to the videos as you go down the road. Who knew that that's the best way that you learn? Because you've always been doing it the same old dang way for years. Turns out, oh my gosh, I'm retaining way more because I'm listening to it more. Who knows? You might find a way that figure out that when you're not writing all the time and trying to rewrite everything that comes out of Brandy's mouth, you're actually doing this thing called listening. You're listening more than you're writing. Guys, there's things that we do because we've been taught that way for years that might not be what we need to do to advance or work in this now life that we live. It might be a different way that we're going to have to ingest this and how to process this information or get it in there. Whatever which way, you've got to be flexible. There is no perfect situation. There's no perfect study area. There's no perfect combination of time, space, and whatever you want to call it. The moons are not going to line up. You don't wait for Mercury and integrate or centigrade or whatever they call it, right? What are you doing? You'll be waiting forever. You'll be waiting for a bus that will never come. So stop. Get off your butt. Guys, figure it out. Most of the time, most people don't get these licenses and they'll text me, they'll email me, they'll send me a message somewhere and they go, you know what, Andy? I really wanted to do this. They already have it in the past tense. I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, why is it past tense? Well, I'm finding that I don't have enough time and my focus isn't, I'm just hoping that like in the next 2 or 3 months, I'll be more focused and I'll get it. I'm telling you right now, if that's your thoughts in your head and you're thinking that, you're going, oh, I'm at the end of the month. I'm not going to focus and I'm going to take the time off and that. Look, you know what happens? We won't be seeing you till March or April of next year. If we see you. Because if that's your excuse, that's what happens. It usually takes 6 to 8, almost 9 months to make a baby. It almost takes 9 months for you to change your mind and or get into the groove again. It really does. Because once you break a routine, once you break a cycle or a momentum or a rhythm, or you break out of doing what you're set to do, it dang near takes a year to get back into it, or you never do. It becomes one of those projects in the back room of your house, your apartment, or the back area of your drawer that you once started, that you once wanted to do. And it's like you're like a 10-year-old once again starting a project that you didn't finish and your parents are mad at you because you started something you didn't finish it. Who does? A lot of people. A lot of people. And then do you know what you do from here on out if you stay in this business? I was gonna do it. I wanted to do it. I was gonna do it. You start becoming that past tense was a coulda. Wanted, shoulda. It starts, guys, fairly enough. Crazy enough. Do you know where it starts? In your language and the way you talk. Most of I can tell you where you're going and what you're gonna do just by the way you talk about your goals and what you want to do. Most people who are going to get this thing done, they say, I am studying, I am doing this, I am making the time, I am, I will, I am. Do you see the difference between I will and I am? There's a fine line. Some people think I am and I will are the same thing. They're not. Will is almost like wishing and hoping. I am is you're actively doing it. Think about what you do this weekend, this night, this next week, too, whatever. Think about everything that comes out of your mouth, your mental state about how you feel about yourself, as far as like believing in yourself, believing in you achieving it, doing the actual action, how your attitude is about it. If it's constantly like, well, I could have, well, I'll get around to it, or this weekend I'll catch up. This weekend you will not catch up. Do it now. What are you waiting for? It's like people who need to get in health. What are you waiting for? You know you're in bad health. Start now. Are you waiting for a stroke? You waiting for the doctor to tell you? You waiting for a heart attack? You waiting for that day you can't tie your shoe? Like, what is the breaking point? Why do we wait for breaking points? Why don't we just get ahead of it and just do it? So correct your mindset, believe in yourself, change that attitude up. Guess what, guys? It's going to happen. It will happen. You will be doing it. It's going to be in your calendar. If it ain't in your calendar, you're not doing it. If it's not in your priorities and your reminders and your tasks that you finish every day, it's not going to happen. And you know what? If it's something comes up and it pushes your task, you involve the task into whatever you're doing. Make it the audio, make it whatever it is. Have a kid read you, have your, whatever it is. Sometimes Brandy had to take a quiz while she was pushing a kid on the swing. And I've said this joke many a times, but you seriously have to look up and make sure the kid's still there. But you can do it. You can do it, right? I got a lot of single moms and I got a lot of single dads have gotten this. I've got a lot of, unfortunately, I've had a lot of people that were sick, ill, going through loss. They've gotten this done. You name it, they've done it. There's really no excuse that you can have. Because if you can make excuses, then you can make the time. Only the people who can't make or incapable of making excuses for them because they're that incapacitated really have the excuse not to do it. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things. So change it up this weekend, change it up this week. Just do it. Stop procrastinating, stop putting it off, stop putting other things in front of it. It'll only push your dreams, your goals, and what you want to accomplish further back and farther away. And I'm going to tell you this, we only have so much willpower to stick with something if it doesn't go right. You got to make that happen. And I'm already breaking the news to you. Everything's not going to be right. So stop waiting for everything to align. It's not. It's an imperfect world we live in. So just adapt and just do it. And if you haven't started with us and you want to get something going where you're tired of being on with if you're not studying with us and you're like looking at a 486 page book and that's overwhelming to you and you really need your time is limited and your time is precious and your time is always being challenged, guess what? We got a program for you. Literally everything that we do is in a 21-day plan or a 30-day or a 60-day plan where you could do classes at any dang time of the day you want. Anytime of the day. The study guide is broken down so that way it's not overwhelming. Most of them aren't even over 100 and some pages.
It's like 100 with extra pages.
Yeah, it's not really a lot. We had Tim who used the study guide. He made like crazy awesome like ways to study with just using the appendix of the study guide. Guys, that thing has many different ways of being used as a study tool. Our courses, our audios, all that stuff, it has a crazy way of being a study tool. We just put out a 63 live today that was only 16 minutes. Eric needed it. Guess what? His scores went up 20% just off a live session we did that it was recorded and he watched it later when he wasn't at work or doing something. Guys, we have a lot of stuff that we have more than just content dumping. Check it all out. Scan the QR code, hit the links. We got all that stuff that I was talking about, plus a Kona community, all there for you guys to join in on. The community is free. Meet up with people like Tim, like Gene. All those people are all over there getting on their study on. Eric, Sally. I know I'm going to miss a few people, but go see all the people that I missed when I said that, and they'll be studying.
Yes.
They'll be posting. Rose. Instagram, Telegram, we're on there. 951-290-3077. Give me a call, give me a text if you have any questions. All right, tomorrow's schedule, it's very simple. We have the academy in the morning, and then we have all exam test prep or exam mastery right after that. Literally right after that.
Yep.
So you stay on if you're on that SIE and then get that in there. Guys, it's not the same. The academy is content and Brandy breaks it down. And then the next is we show you how to apply that content, how to do how to do an exam, how to look for keywords, how to do what Brandy does on these test taking techniques like we're going to do tonight, how to do it in more in depth. If you're going to master something, you'd want to master this because this will help you pass multiple exams, not just one. You got to look further down the road. You're going to have, some of you are going to have like 4 to 5 exams you have to pass. Might as well get into a program that teaches you how to pass 4 to 5 exams, not just one. All right. So that's what we got going on tomorrow. Make sure you check your email. All the reminders went out, access, and all that. All right. Let's go. Crystal asked, is there any recordings for the SIE Academy? Well, quite simply, it is our course material that is in our 21-day plans. There is, if you are doing the Academy, you can always, or if you're not, you can always look for those recap review emails that do go out. It does have a course video, so in case you missed, it is that. So it's just that. The main thing is if there's no real difference,
no,
other than the fact that if you're on live, you can ask questions.
Yeah.
So if you're watching a recording, there is no difference. So go ahead and watch the course video, and there you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We make it fun every time we do stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Always a good experience when you watch us.
That's right.
Also, small little videos in there too. So if you're missing a little area in one of those sections, you can watch a 5-10 minute video. Brandy's already got them attached in there.
That's right.
Yeah. So join in on that. You're welcome, Crystal. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
All right. So we got test taking techniques. We've got a little bit of content tonight. We do 6 different exams. Specifically, Brandy picks 6 questions from 6 different exams from an SIE, a 6, a 63, a 26, a 65, and a series 7. Sometimes she tells you, sometimes she don't. It doesn't matter. Pay attention to how she breaks it down. Look at the little bit of content she uses or how she loops that in there. And guys, this will help you improve your quiz time. Look, there's some people on here, they're like, oh, I have my whole way of doing things, and I do this and I do that. And guess what happens on the real exam? There isn't enough time. Or you find out in your quizzes, you're taking way too much time to do your process. It's nice to have a process that's a little bit quicker, if not faster. So that way you have time banked because you don't know how the exam's going to be. The more ready you are, more prepared you are, the better. So watch how she breaks it down tonight. So let's go, Brandy.
Let's do it. All right.
Let's go.
All right, guys. A says tax credits. B says depletion allowances. C says deductions for IDCs. And D says depreciation deductions. C and D both do have the word deductions in it. We can also note that C has a bunch of capital letters. Ooh, for that. A has tax credits. Now, I'm gonna do something a little special tonight.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say something, but go ahead.
I was just gonna do the association.
Oh, because I had okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll take your lead.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little more content tonight.
Okay.
Okay. So tax credits we relate to real estate DPPs. Don't ask me why. Just that word goes with that word. Okay. Depletion allowances go with oil and gas.
And if you don't have these associations, I would write them down and have these associations. I don't know. This is a lady that's passed a few exams.
There's a couple. Right. C, deductions for IDCs. IDC is intangible drilling costs. So drilling is oil and gas. Intangible. That means stuff you can't touch. Like a tangible drilling cost would be paying for the drilling equipment. Equipment is tangible, you can touch it.
But okay, so the intangible would be like the labor.
Yeah, wages,
labor, insurance,
fuel,
liabilities.
Yeah, fuel is
all that extra stuff, the red tape. Okay, that makes sense. Got it.
And then D, depreciation deductions, pretty much all of them, but we relate that to equipment DPPs. Now, do you guys see a pattern in here?
Yes.
Which one?
Oh, I'm not saying it.
There's a pattern in there. B and C, right? B and C, right? B and C are similar, but they're both talking about oil and gas, right? Okay. An allowable, first of all, it says allowable. That's number one. Number two, it does say deduction, but to compensate for decreasing natural resources. In an oil and gas, DPP is known as, guys, it's a natural resource. When you are feeling tired, what do you drink? Yeah, when you're feeling tired. You feel depleted, you drink a Gatorade, right?
Right.
Boom. That's it.
Depletion.
I
mean, I didn't know about the Gatorade analogy there, just because I don't know what all that means, but I'm just saying the decreasing and depletion made sense to me. I don't know why.
I'm going to relate.
And plus, it's a resource.
There you
so
go.
I automatically think resources, they're depleting.
Yeah, that's the link.
I mean, that's more like a concern, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. Especially because it's a natural resource, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Yeah. Reinvestment risk. Lots of risk questions in my sets of questions.
And the question only says it.
Reinvestment risk, financial risk, interest rate risk, call risk. Okay. Reinvestment risk, as we've had this all week, like pretty much, right? Reinvestment risk, it's reinvesting or reinvest again, right?
Yep. And I can always tell people who don't watch the Studying Brew because they'll ask a question specifically about this stuff. And I'm like,
you did not watch 2 days ago.
I'm like, watch every night.
Yes. Money. Yep. B is money. Financial risk is also default risk, which is also credit risk. Interest rate risk. Guess what we're going to have something to do with? Interest rates.
Yeah.
Have something to do with interest rates because it says interest rate right there. And then call risk is call early.
Like they call in money early.
Yeah, they call it back. Hey, can I take that back?
And you're like, no, because it's probably going to cost you.
Actually, you get your money back. You get par value or premium back. That's why you buy it, because you know you're going to get your money back.
If you don't make any.
I don't understand it, to be honest with you. To be completely honest with you guys, call risk was always confusing because I'm like, dude, you're buying a callable bond or a callable preferred stock because you know it could potentially be called. There's no risk there. You're buying it for that.
Unless you were having the risk of like you wanted to make a profit and it sucks that it's not going to be happening. So that it's called.
Or like, I don't know, maybe you didn't read the fine print. You didn't know it was called callable. Anyways, purchased 15 years ago. Coupon, look at guys, 6.25%. There's another number in here, 2.75%. So, oh wait, could that be interest rate risk?
There's a lot of percentage things on there.
Read a little closer. Bum, bum, bum. This investor having no immediate need for the proceeds. Oh wait, hold on.
With interest rates. Now
the corporate bond has matured. Interest rates now substantially lower at 2.75. This investor having no immediate need for the proceeds. Oh, that's right. I had to reread that a couple times. I read it the right way when I pulled the question and got confused when I read it this way. Guys, having no immediate need for the proceeds, he's going to reinvest, yo. The key thing here is that it matured and interest rates are lower. That's the answer.
For the people that are not as cool as you, explain the risk on that.
Okay. So I'm getting paid $62 a year. My bond matured, which means that bond is over. Okay.
We get nothing now.
Now I want a new bond because I want that income.
Right.
But now I can only get $27.50.
Oh, that's not the same.
That means I'm not going to be able to get the same quality bonds for the same coupon.
In other words,
the key word there was this whole idea of not immediate needs for the proceeds, which means he wants to reinvest. It's a deep cut question.
You used to be able to afford 2 Big Macs. Now you can only afford 1.
Got it now? Yeah. Okay. Stop moving.
See? I already got somebody on there. Be like, see, now I see it. See? I got you.
Yeah. Within 30 days. Within 15 days. Within 30 days. Within 15 days. Okay, now I got to pay attention to the end, right? Calendar year. Calendar quarter. Now this is like, I'm already going to tell you guys, this is like 26 stuff. Because 26 stuff, you have to remember your days. Ooh.
I know your timelines.
Yes, you got to know your timelines. But somebody who's not studying the 26 literally put in the chat complaints? Question mark.
Yeah. By the way, if you need help with your timelines, it's good to be a member. We have this amazing table that has timelines all over it. So good.
Yes. Now let's look at the question. Okay. When must a report listing all written complaints be filed with FINRA? Now, do you think that's going to be done annually or quarterly?
What
Think
do you guys
about
think? I would think quarterly, but that's just me. I mean, do you want somebody running rogue for a year?
Now, quarterly is how long? How many months?
90 days.
90 days, 3 months, right? If you have to wait for a whole month into the quarter to turn in your forms, so that doesn't make sense, right? Because then it's like now you only have 2 months left. It's complicated. So guys, the answer is 15. Because if you're doing something quarterly, you're not taking 30 days to complete it. That's too many. That's too long, right?
Again, we don't want somebody running rogue that long, right?
Right.
Someone's got a serious complaint. We need to address it. Can you imagine the amount of damage it could be done?
Oof.
Yeah, we got to make sure that that's
exactly.
Someone's got to say something.
Yeah. 26, yo.
I mean, I kind of associated with the least amount of time on both ends. 15 quarter.
Exactly. And you're right. That's exactly it. All right. Have securities prices determined by a board of directors. Transparent pricing for assets. Be non-regulated to allow for free trade, or be limited to stocks and bonds and not include derivatives like options. Guys, if D was a true statement, it was D. If this D was a true statement, why do I have to learn about options?
That's a good point.
Right? That's literally, why do you torture us with options?
Right. So D is not the answer, or it's going to be an accept.
Right.
At this point, we don't know.
And why are you limited in the first place? Very good. Now, all of these things that we learn here in securities, they're all about all of the rules and regulations, right?
Yeah, C is not an option.
Get out of here with that.
We wouldn't be taking these exams.
So now we get to this. Prices and pricing. So even though it's like kind of a deep cut, A and B are the most similar because they're both talking about prices, right? Okay. Now, what's better for you is having somebody else to determine the price of something, or having transparent pricing so you know what you're paying for. Ooh.
Can you imagine the turmoil if someone was over there determining it?
I think I'm saying that. Know what you're paying for? Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Right. And then like, dude, that could be inflated.
It's almost like when you have a board of directors, and if you've ever dealt with board of directors of any kind, isn't it like the most painful, agonizing thing? Because, you feel like you're not getting all the information all the time. There's a little bit of a veil. You're like, what are they not telling me? They might be the most honest. They might be telling you everything, but who knows?
And there you go, guys. It is expected that financial markets have transparent pricing for assets. Everything we do here, everything that we're learning in the SIE, the 6, the 63, the 6, the 65, the 26, the 27, the 24, the 7, all of these licenses are all so that everything is full and fair for the investor. Boom.
What am I investing in? Who's it with? What is it? What is all the ups and downs? And
do we need to reach back to 1929?
No.
Exactly. That already happened. So to prevent that from happening again, full fair disclosure.
Man, if you guys want to have fun, wormhole to go down, look at all the things that went bad for the 1929 stock market to crash. All the things that went bad.
It was like a perfect storm.
Oh my gosh.
All right. SIEers, where you at? Where you at?
I see a few.
Talked about this.
See a few.
Ooh, 65ers. Where are you at?
I see one guy rocking a gold chain.
Talked about this just recently. Large time deposits, liquid securities, cash, and funds in demand deposit accounts, consumer savings deposits. Now I could say, you know what this reminds me of? If you guys are Kona members, ready? Oops, I can't. You guys didn't even see that amazing drawing that I just did. M1, M2, M3, right? Because we talk about demand deposits, savings, and large time deposits, right? We say these in these steps, right?
Yep.
M1 is a measure of which of the following? Well, M1 is everything now. It's on demand. So it's cash and funds in demand. It's M1 is the first thing you do. It's on demand. It's on demand.
I need it now.
Need it right now.
It's in demand.
Right? Ooh, I got one more. Guys, if you're a Kona member, I know I'm talking to the members right now.
Yeah.
Right. But I think I've said this in plenty of studying brews when we talk about bonds. What is my number one thing? Right. And look at bonds. What is the number one thing I say? If I see 100, what's the general rule? You guys know it? When it comes to pricing coupons, add a zero. Add a $, add a zero, right? Okay. This works in reverse as well. If the par value of a bond is 1,000, by the way, that's why this doesn't work. What is the value of one bond point?
What is the meaning of this? What does it mean?
One bond point.
100.
What is 1% of 1,000?
$10.
1 point. Add a $, add a zero.
If you don't know that, you need to write it down wherever you can.
Add a $.
You got a kid there, write it on their forehead. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Guys, it's the third highest. Lowest, highest, third.
There you go.
See? See? Boom. Just like.
It's like you tell them, and then a lot of them were like, huh? What do I do?
What?
It's 100. No. Add a $, add a zero.
Boom, boom, boom. That is how I unmath.
Add a $. Yeah. If you don't like math, there you go.
Let me be your math teacher.
There you go.
Unmath your math.
Yeah. Yeah. Who needs math, right, Eric? Yeah. He's all I do. No, you don't. Nobody does. No, I'm just kidding. We all do. But so if you have struggles with math, look, there's ways around it. If you have a will, there's a way. Don't make it your excuse as to why you can't get this thing done. Find a way around it, like Brandy did. There is a way, and it works.
I hate math.
It works. It works.
It works.
Don't let it be an obstacle that you can't overcome. You can, and you will.
Unmath.
You can get this thing done. All right, everybody. We got member sessions happening tomorrow. There is no Studying Brew on Fridays. So we don't see you till Monday on the Studying Brew, but we will see members on Friday. We'll see them on Sunday. We'll see you guys all, of course, on Monday again. So we see the members only, but one day we don't see you on Saturday. So until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super, super appreciate you. Guys, practice the surface level. Practice your ohms. Practice the techniques in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.